Meditation and spiritual life, Swami Yatiswarananda. Only a hero can stand the truth. In the life of an aspirant, sex consciousness plays such an important role that it should never be awakened, even when he sees a picture. First of all, reduce your body consciousness, your sex consciousness, by never thinking, I am a man, a woman, etc. And to the extent to which you succeed in not thinking, I am a man, a woman, etc., you come to have a new outlook and new reactions. This change at first brings about an awful unsettlement in some people who have the consciousness that they are men or women. Their consciousness being centered on their body. Such people cannot even be told this truth. We must dilute it so much that very little of it remains. And what remains must be taken as the working ideal. Only sincere spiritual aspirants must be told the full truth regarding these matters. Swamiji in his Song of the Sannyasin, forcefully says, truth never comes where lust and fame and greed of gain reside. No man can no man who thinks of woman as his wife can ever perfect be, nor he who owns the least of things, nor he whom anger chains can ever pass through Maya's gates. So give up these sannyasin bold, say Om Tat Sat. These truths are too much for most people. They cannot stand them and become unsettled. So weaker doses must be given, weaker injections of truth for a time. But one day everyone will have to face them and follow their call, no matter even if these break their hearts. Only a hero can stand the truth. There is no place for weaklings in real spiritual life. True religion, real Vedanta is no joke. Beware of your mind's deceptions. All temptations are mental. Usually, it is not what you do, but what you think is more troublesome. So take care of your imaginations. Beware of how other people's vibrations affect your mind. Develop more and more high sensibility. It is not enough to say, I have not done anything impure. Analyze what you feel and what you think in the company of others, whether they attract you or not. The moment there is any attraction or aversion, be on your guard. Salute all people who tempt you from a safe distance. No attraction is harmless in a finer sense. Never deceive yourself on this point. Attraction is harmless, even in a finer sense. You should not allow old impure associations to crop up in your mind by mixing with people who may awaken them. When you follow this advice and practice rising strong opposite currents of thought, you will gradually be able to efface all impure impressions which you have allowed to sink into your mind and your bones by your carelessness. Then alone will your spiritual life be made safe to a certain extent. By repeatedly rising opposite thought currents, temptations become weaker, and finally, the new spiritual thoughts completely replace old associations and memories, but only if you strictly follow the advice. You cannot create a vacuum in your mind all of a sudden. It is even dangerous for the beginner to attempt it. So, in the beginning, he must learn to cultivate good thoughts. In Patanjali, Yama, Niyama, the ethical and moral sides, which leads to asana, and then you are eligible for pranayama, and then for dhyana, dharana, pratyahar, samadhi. The question of transcending the thought plane comes only much later. Control of mind, dhyana, dharana, and all comes step by step through practice, but you can never hope to attain it if you are careless in your ways. If you allow the attraction of any other person, to gain influence over you, you will never be able to attain control of mind, whatever you may do. Then you are bound to have a nasty fall after some time. If you allow any woman to meet you as a man, if you allow any woman to attract you, control of mind is out of the question. You should always behave in such a way that every woman will feel that she cannot meet you on the plane of sex, that you do not see the woman in her and are not interested in the woman. But for the beginner, the only way is to avoid the company for the sex as much as possible and never to talk intimately with any person belonging to the other sex. If others want to stand in our way, we must just brush them aside, even if their hearts break. There must be a parting of ways, however intimate we might have been before. A love that is dangerous has to be avoided at all costs. Do not grow sentimental about this, otherwise you will have to pay the price for your folly and egotism. Unmarried young men and women should be very careful about their friendships. They are usually too young and emotional to recognize their own true motives. Very often, sex hides under the cloak of duty. When the thought, "it is my duty to be kind to him or her," rises in you, you should analyze it. Invariably, you will find it is nothing but sex coming in some nice garb and finding some nice excuses for your clinging to a certain person. At first, you see only the camel's nose. So, first step is recognize. The more you keep on recognizing the reality, the more stronger you become to take the next step. If you remain in denial, if I disagree that no, this is not, this is duty, this is being nice, this is my what you call dharma, to be nice to everyone. No, I have to recognize the truth. Don't superimpose some lofty ideal, because if you look close, it's something else. You may hear, "Oh, my heart will break if you leave me." In certain cases, you may have to allow that heart to break. Such an attitude is necessary if the other person does not want to turn to spiritual life and wants to prevent you from doing so. You should be sympathetic and pray for such person, but there must be a parting of your ways. So this is very important. Prayer is very crucial. We often miss this part. Prayer. Yes, you have to you have to push to prevent those clingings. But side by side, parallelly, prayers must also be made part of the process. Then only it will be healthy. Otherwise, the vacuum will be created and it will not last long. Otherwise, both of you will get drowned in worldly life. You must have great strength of mind. How? Prayers give that strength. You succeed only for a long time. You succeed only after a very long time. But the struggle must be carried on even after that. It's carried on unceasingly and doggedly. Medicine is so unpleasant to taste, but it has to be taken if the patient wishes to be cured.